What's going on, guys? Greg Farley from the Wise Guys, aka Pegasus. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Before I start, I want to say rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. You guys know, dude is an awesome inspiration to so many. Then to see a young man gone like that is rough. But you got to celebrate. You got to celebrate life. You got to celebrate people, man. So I've been watching a lot of his movies. Make sure you check out all his movies. Had a lot of great movies. The Jackie Robinson movie. We all know about Black Panther. Shout out to Black Panther. Shout out to Wakanda. Wakanda forever. But yeah, guys, I broke down Dark Magician. Been messing around with it a lot behind the scenes. A lot of my teammates know about it. They've been giving me a lot of advice about it. Shout out to all my Wise Guys, man. I appreciate them. Love them. Brothers for life. But what I've noticed with the deck is when you build a rogue deck, I'll just say this. When you build a rogue deck, you have to be careful not to play all of the bullshit that comes with it. So what I mean is, specifically, you have to touch on what does the deck do well if you want to build a competitive. If you want to build a casual, just build a casual and enjoy yourself. Have a blast. But if you wanted to actually try to compete, then you have to make certain adjustments. You have to try certain cards. You have to try certain strategies. And you have to cut a lot of the crap. You have to cut a lot of the fluff because it's just not that good. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the cards and specifically why I played them. And then hopefully I'll have all of the alternate ways that you could play it, the alternate ideas, why I didn't play it, why I did play it, so on and so forth. So first I wanted to start off, so I'll delete that. Alrighty guys, so getting in straight into the deck profile, I played triple Apprentice Illusion Magician for very obvious reasons, which I'll get to in a second. And all of these cards really have the same purpose, and I'll touch on it when I get to it. Triple Apprentice Illusion though. I feel like you could play 2. 3 is what I'm playing right now. It hasn't really hurt me since I've been playing it, so I'm not going to really change it. But eventually it might, and that would be where I would play 2 Apprentice Illusion Magician. I'm playing 3 right now, though. Dragon Buster Destruction Sword, just for the obvious reasons. Until Union Carriers hit, I feel like it's something that you pretty much have to play. I don't even think it's really an option. You don't have to play it, but I feel like why would you not just take advantage of the card itself? It's really, really good. Triple Jester Confit. Again, this is fitting into the strategy, but Jester Confit is a free spellcaster. Shout out to free spellcasters because they get you into the Verte Anaconda. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it, and then I'm going to allude to it even more so with what I'm doing. So Apprentice Illusion Magician basically is a free extender, right? It's a spellcaster. Then obviously you have Jester Confit. It's a free spellcaster. Magician's Rod is the wheels to everything. I'm playing 3 of it. But any 2 cards that are effect monsters, as you see with Magician Souls, and you have your Verte Anaconda. So the whole reason that I built the deck the way that I did is to get specifically to the Verte Anaconda, or in other words, getting to Dragoon. And yes, there are other cards that I'm playing down here, but I need in the extra deck at least as long as it's not banned. If it gets banned mystically on this list, then you're gonna have to find a new strategy. You probably need to play Keeper, which I'll touch on after I'm done with the profile here. But definitely, this is what I built the deck around, and it has been working very, very well, without question. Magician Souls really fixes your hand. Magician's Rod is obviously the wheels, but Magician Souls is what fixes your hand and is a free extender to get into the Verte. Triple Dark Magician, pick your favorite artwork and roll with it. 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon for obvious reasons with Dragoon. Triple Allure Darkness. Allure is correct in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I feel like it's kind of shown itself in testing over a long period of time. And Allure allows you to play other cards, whereas Extravagance would not. So Allure is correct. It's just my opinion. You may try something and have something completely different, but I would think you're incorrect if you're playing Extravagance. That's just my opinion, though. Triple Dark Magical Circle, the clear spot removal on your opponent's turn. Clearly, whenever you summon Dark Magician, just get ready to banish something once a turn. And then obviously it stacks the deck, and in combination, in unison with certain cards like Soul Servant, which I'll touch on, and Allure of Darkness, and Magician, like really anything, it's going to help you to dig into your deck And when you know what it's really like the actual Millennium Eye. Whenever I actually know what I'm going to draw, if I know what the top cards are and I can Allure of Darkness into a dark that I know that I'm going to get, that's really, really powerful. And it allows the top 3 cards of my deck essentially to be my hand as well. So that's where this deck's power lies in. Is Dark Magical Circle is a really, really good card. It hasn't changed just because the deck has changed to fit in and fit around Dragoon. It's still really, really good. I play triple droplets. It's the best going second card right now. I don't think it's even really a question right now, although in a control format as we are in now, you may want to try out Tactical Talents. Ignore the side deck too, by the way, guys. I'll get to that in a moment. Triple Pot of Desires just because I feel like I want to keep drawing, and if I do draw them, I can pitch them off souls. So hey, if you don't like 3, then you want to play 2. Very clearly, I'm going to explain this again. You do have to, if you can't get to Verite, you might be in some trouble anyway, so you might as well go for the card advantage. If you can get to Verite, which should be damn near every time, these are going to be just extra fluff on the end of the combo. I mean, you do not want to Pot of Desires blindly because you bricked so hard, but you're probably going to lose that game anyway. So I feel like Desires fits into this deck for that reason. Triple Soul Servant, it allows you to literally stack your deck and then draw the card that you're going to have, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. The card is actually ridiculous, and especially in unison with Dark Magical Circle and Allure of Darkness, everything fits in this deck consistently, fluidly, and right on point. Successor Soul, I'm only playing 1 because it's a dependent card. However, it is a interruption on your opponent's turn. On top of Dark Magical Circle and Eternal Soul together, Successor Soul is also a card that you might want to think about. Eternal Soul, again guys, a lot of people always forget this. Eternal Soul makes your Dark Magician unaffected. People forget that a lot. So I'm going to remind you, it protects your Dark Magician from being affected at all. However, if it itself, Eternal Soul, yeah, I tried to assume gender there, ignore me. Eternal Soul, when it is blown up, is going to blow up your board, so make sure that you have some kind of backup for it. And it's not really going to blow up Dragoon, but that's besides the point. Secrets of Dark Magic, it's a fusion spell, it works. Dark Magic Inheritance, it's a recursion spell, it's really, really good. But it doesn't come up too much, so I could see cutting it, but I don't know. I feel like a Magical Stone Excavation mystically within the deck, I feel like it's something that you kind of have to play, even though it's not the most amazing card. I'm playing 1 Magical Eyes Fusion and 1 Red Eyes Fusion. You could make it 2 Red Eyes Fusion, but like, no, you don't need to do that. 1 is the grave, 1 is the banished pile. Oh, well, 1 is the deck. And the other one is going to put cards into the banished pile. Excuse me, I misspoke there. But both of these cards serve their specific purpose, and this allows you to make the Magical Eyes Fusion. It allows you to make another Dragoon. So basically, until they hit this card, if they hit this card, then you still want to play this card afterwards. You know, I could ramble on and on and on about the cards. 1 and 1 is correct in my opinion. Now, the 41st card is literally me trying stuff out. Palladium is kind of nuts. If you draw it, you reveal it, you special it. You need a spellcaster that's free. That could be Fluor, so real quick. It could be Fluor, very obviously. It could be Ecclesia, I guess, if you absolutely have to, because really easily you can make the Link Haribo off of the Magician's Souls and then spam out a Dogma monster, a Dragma monster, Dogmatica, whatever the hell you want to call them. Reasoning is also an opportunity, but that's not going to be really that good. But there's plenty of options, I'll just say that. Now, before I get into the actual this is like a fluff side deck because I'm just trying out different stuff when I'm going second. The deck goes fluidly when I go first. The only card I would really want to play when I go first that isn't in my main deck is Secret Village of the Spellcasters, and that's because you're going to get bodied by Super Poly, so you might as well have somewhat of an out to it, but then you could get Lava Golem for all you know. There's just so many things that you have to be concerned about that you can't worry about it too much. You just got to play specifically what you see around you, make it work for you, and make it fluid and make it roll. So Keeper is a good card that I wanted to play, but it's very similar to Manju, Senju. That's how Magician's Rod and this card are. Magician's Rod is just better than this card. I think we all have to really understand that. Again, if you've never seen Keeper of Dragon Magic, I like the card. It's just not overly nuts, but it is very, very good. Just like Senju is when you play a ritual deck, it's the same thing. Secret Village, as I said before, there's so many things. You could play the Oracle Mana, the other Palladium. But getting into this stuff, guys, I feel like Super Poly is going to be almost mandatory. Secret Village, I feel like if it's almost going to be mandatory in this deck. Everything else is your opinion, what's going to work for you. And then getting the extra deck, I played 2 Dragoon, I played Dragon Knight, I played the Dark Magicians, I played Ebon Illusion Magician. Really, really nuts, and it's really good spot removal that a lot of people don't know about because you banish when a normal monster declares an attack. Double Verite Anaconda. M-Duck, because you can turn your Dark Magician into them. And then the rest of the extra deck is all the usual suspects. Don't think I'm really missing anything. Let me know down in the comments if you think I missed anything. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Guys, this has been really, really good. It's been really, really solid. It's been working for me. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Tell me a card that you think I missed. Tell me a card that you think would help this deck improve even more. And I'll see you next time. I'm out. YG, baby!